Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Have you ever wondered what games you should sell or you should use? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Find out on our top 10 list what games you cannot miss. Don't forget to subscribe to Purge Reviews.
So here is the box for the new anniversary edition of the War of the Ring Collector's Edition. And you have here is the second edition. This is brand new, just released. I kind of want to show you just the size and the magnitude of this. It's very different than the original Collector's Edition, at least on the outside. This feels like rougher, like almost like a little denim box you would buy from Hobby Lobby or something. This is put over it almost like case, but it's over it and it doesn't come off. So what you're gonna have here is this is gonna come up like a regular box top. This thing is really heavy and this will come off. Okay. You can just kind of see what it looks like. This is the side of it, War of the Ring, based on Lord of the Rings trilogy by J.R.R. Tolkien, second edition. So that kind of covers it up, if you will, and then you have the box. Now, if you ever played a little card game with a magnetic box, this is it, just bigger. This is the magnetic hold that it will have on the side. This actually isn't constructed all that well, which is probably why they have that case that goes over it. But this opens up. I'm going to do my best to kind of show you everything that's inside of it. First thing I'm going to do is give you an overview, just kind of open up the box, and then we'll take a look at all the miniatures inside. So the first thing that you're going to have is a big tray for miniatures. Each miniature is going to sit in one tray, and there's a piece of plastic that opens up and holds over this, and this is kind of felt inside, so it's very, very, very nice. The next thing mine has is an anniversary edition picture. It looks like Gandalf. This is artwork from the game itself. On the back is a picture of all of the miniatures, or at least not all of them, but you know, in that set that we just got through. And then the red is going to signify the bad guys. So this is the kind of same thing, just a different color. You're going to have the protector goes over. It's felt underneath, and all of the miniatures will be in that. Then, as you get down lower, you're going to have, this is going to be broken up into smaller sections. In this section, which is going to open up, you are going to have the rule book. Ah, man. This is in here fairly tight. This will be set aside. You're going to have your companion and your rule book with a red here. Let's pull these out and take a look at them. The first one will be the game rules. Now this is a very nice, almost reminds me of those encyclopedias you would get back in the 80s. It feels a little bit nicer though, but it kind of reminds me of. I'm going to have a rule book with all the rules in it. The pages are nice. This doesn't compare really to what was in the first edition, if you will, Collector's Edition, but it goes through the rules pretty big, and it's all in hardback, as you can see. Then we will have the companion that will open up, and this just kind of tells you, let's see, introduction, beginning, the companions, the quest for the fellowship, defending. So this looks like more of some rules, like some expansion stuff in here that's included, and a little bit more explanation, if you will. It's very, very nice. Just to show you how it kind of sets back in here, I'll put the companion on the bottom, and we'll put the rules on top. We will put this aside. In the second one, you're going to have two trays that will be magnified here. You're going to get, once again, a tray with a cover over it. You're going to have some of the individual miniatures like the Fellowship. You're going to get all the dice that are going to come with the game and the cards. Let's open this up really quickly and get a peek inside. So the dice are pretty good. They're going to match. These are kind of like this grayish clear. This is going to be a custom die that you'll roll with the game, and just a regular 6-sided die. And then, I believe, memory serves me, these colors have changed since the original. I think I remember these being red. But you're going to have custom bad guy dice and custom 6-sided dice. And I think they feel really good in my hands. They're nice. Let me go through some of these miniatures now. Some people are not going to like this paint job on it. It looks really good on the table from afar, but that's not the greatest, right? I believe that was Boromir we just saw. And this will be the king. This will be the elf. And this will be old Gandalf the Grey. This little guy is one of the two hobbits, either Poppy or the other one. This will be Sam and Frodo. You can see not a lot of definition on the face. I mean, if you're a big time collector, the artwork or the painting on here might not be fantastic, but for those of us that just want a painted version, this may work out fine. This is Gollum. And here is the other hobbit. It's one named Hobby and the other one's Poppy or something. I'm kidding. And this is Gimli. He looks pretty cool and tough. I'm going to show you each of the ones. If it doubles up, I'm not going to show you. This is one of the Witch Kings. This guy actually looks pretty good. Probably better than the Fellowship if you ask me. And there's, if you never played the game, there's two Witch Kings. There's one on horseback and then one by himself. And that's one of the play conditions in it. You can bring one of them out during the game. There's Sauron. Or as I like to call him, Christopher Lee. And then here are these. And these are pretty much all going to be the same. So I'm just going to show you one. I think they look pretty cool. I actually like the paint job on this house. It looks like they're scaling a little bit, right? I like that. And from a glance, they all look the same. The cards are in shrink, but I'll kind of show you what the blue ones look like. That's a Gimli card. You're going to see the two icons. And you're always going to have like a combat at the bottom and the top for most of those. And then on these, I haven't cracked them open yet. Recruit one Gondor at the top. Usually this gives you something to do, the icons. And then you have the combat at the bottom. So those look pretty good actually. Not too bad. Looks like I have another anniversary edition. Lithogram or whatever you want to call it that can be framed. You're going to have a picture of the components on the back that comes in this container. Very nice. And then underneath that one we had a second. Looks like I have a certificate of authenticity. I got 1425, which is fairly high. I think there's only 2,000. They must not have thought much of me. And then you're going to get some player aids. These are pretty good. I mean, they're not hard cardboard, but this is much better than what's in the other one. You have a glossary that's included. Very nice. The references for all the dice, and then a player aid of the game turn. This is actually nicer than what was in the last one. So happy with that. What we got here? We got some chits, some things that we can pop out. Looks very similar to the first edition. First edition of the collector's edition, rather. And these are the tiles that you'll be playing with. They also War of the Rings 2nd edition, Anniversary edition on the top. Very, very cool. Oh, this is great. So you got this bag this time. Actually with a logo on it, 2nd edition. I like this. This looks really neat. You could definitely pull this out and use this in other games, you know, if you wanted to. It's a very neat little bag there. Oh, look at this. Now, if you're a fan of the artwork in this game, once again, it says Anniversary Release at the beginning, or at the top. You got Sam and Frodo here, and you're going to have the War of the Ring down here. So this is very nice. On the back, you're going to have a map of the world that we use in the game. This is kind of the game board condensed down, if you will. Very nice if you wanted to put that up on the wall. A lot of great artwork in here. Once again, their picture, Anniversary Release. You're going to have the Witch King. Oh, that's not the Witch King. That's one of the kings. War of the Ring. That rides these monstrosities, if you will. Well, that is the Witch King. Yeah, I was right the first time. Those of you that are screaming at the screen. And this is just a picture again of all the miniatures that are in the game for it. Very, very nice. Much appreciated. Those were not included in the last one. And then on the bottom, we're going to have the map. And I'm going to move some things out of the way so we can take a look. Okay, and we're back with the map. For you, that was no time at all. You have a little cover here you can take off. I already see some things I really like about the map. The colors here. I'm not sure you can see this on the Crack of Doom, but they really, really pop. So this map is going to be humongous. And there's no way I can get it all on screen at one time. Oh, it comes in 2 parts. Okay, the back of it's just going to be solid black. I really like how that lettering really pops. Very nice. Okay. This goes over on this side. And this map is really huge. Okay. I'm going to kind of do this just so you can see parts of it. So down here you're going to have the War of the Ring 2nd edition logo. You have the victory points. That all looks the same. Where the cards are, the fortresses. The only thing I can see that's really different about it might be just this lettering and how it pops. It's really, really cool. I like that. I mean, there may be some differences to the gameplay. I'm not looking at that, just kind of as an aesthetic. This is a really, really large map, so you better have some room for this. But everything else pretty much looks the same. I can't see anything that's humongously different with this. But let me go ahead and put this away, and I'll show you what some of the miniatures look like. Let's take a look at the bad guys first. And once again, I'm only going to show you the ones that are different. So if they repeat, I'm not going to show you the ones that repeat over and over and over again. I actually think these look pretty darn good. I like the way those look quite a bit. So those are all the same. These all repeat all the way up to here. There's a lot of each one, but I wouldn't say there's a tremendous amount of different ones. That guy looks really neat. So that continues on, that guy, all the way down through here. And then we get a new one over here. I think this one looks really great. And if you also notice, the bases are different color. That's going to help you a lot. And then that guy is going to repeat all the way down. Then what you're going to have with him is an elephant. Remember these guys? They may have had a different name in the book and the movie. I don't pretend to be an expert on Lord of the Rings, although I really, really enjoy it. I really, really like it. That's what those guys look like. And these wolf creatures with this gentleman on the back. There's a whole bunch of these. You can see that it's not exactly perfect around there. But they look pretty good. I mean, especially on the table, they're going to look a lot better than they are like close up. These are probably, I'm guessing, probably going to laugh at me, probably done with machines, so they're not going to be, you know, as careless as maybe somebody who's very, very talented at this. But for the price, I think this was like, you know, maybe $300-400. A lot of miniatures here to be painted. I feel like it's going to pop really on the table. And here are the last set of miniatures. Once again, I'm just going to show you one of each set. You can see he's bent a little bit. Can that come through? See how that's bent? I'm not going to attempt to fix that, but let's take a look at the paint job and see what it's like. Not too bad. Not a lot of definition to the face, but if you're putting this on a game board, you're not going to be up like that. And all of mine are bent, except for this guy is probably bent the less. I'm showing you the same model, but a different one. And you can see he's probably bent a little bit differently. So be it. So that's those 5. And these are called Elites. And these will be on the same set. You can see the bases are different colors. Once again, not a lot done to the face per se. They don't have eyeballs, but not too bad. And that's all of those. Let's look at the light green here. I do like the mask. Is that supposed to be a mask? Yeah, it's a helmet. I think this one looks pretty darn good. I like this one. I like the look of the horse. Very attractive. Very, very attractive. And let's look at the small one for it. So pretty good. I think where the face is where this set might let you down a little bit. But you're not going to see that, to be honest. I'm not trying to be a fanboy, but I don't think you're going to notice that a lot on the table. You know, we're looking at these pretty darn close up. And if you're a huge painter and that's what you do, you're not going to be happy buying something painted by somebody else. But for those of us that don't paint and want a nice set, this can definitely be it. So that's where we sit. Let's see what this one looks like. I don't know the difference between Rohan and Gondor, but this is one of them. So I knew it at some point. I've read the books and I've seen the movies. I don't pretend to be a scholar on the subject. I just no longer know the difference. Here are the flag bearers with this set. I think they did a pretty good job on the horses. I really like those. You know, the people look pretty good. It's just when you get right up on that face, I think it lets you down just a tad. Let's see what else we got over here. We got some dwarfs. Good company to keep. Looks pretty good. So that takes us through that. We haven't shown these guys yet. Now if I show something twice, well then you just get to see two. Flags move a little bit on there. They're not hard. I love that gray on the back there. I like that quite a bit. That really pops to me. I like that. And you notice that the bases are all colored, which is going to be very, very helpful when you're playing the game. Trust me. You can easily identify what army they're from, or just the fact they're from a different army. That can be very, very important. Let's see what this little man. Look at that shield. I like that. I like the look of this guy a lot. He's very, very cool looking to me. Ready to go. What do we got here? More of the same, more of the same, more of the same. Ah, found somebody different. There he is with his big sword. Ready to go, ready to go, ready to go. And some more dwarfs. That looks pretty good on the back. You can see that chainmail right there. And then those are all the same except for these. This is the last one. Very little. So that's what comes in the second edition of the collector's edition. To me, it looks pretty good. There are some minor differences from the first. I'll be doing a video of the first rather soon. I feel like there are some minor differences. If I had to pick one, I'd probably go with the first one. That box is really neat. I like this stuff. This is going to come with the second edition rules. I was able to update my first one with the conversion kit. But I don't think this is a bad set. I don't think you're going to go wrong with this one. Other than maybe the box, I think this one might be better. I like the player aid better on this one. I'm not talking about the gameplay. I'm just talking about the components themselves. I think it holds up pretty well. I think they've done a darn good job at this. And this is something if you can sink your teeth in and take the hit to your wallet, this is a set that you could keep for a long time. Play with your children, play with your spouse, play with your friends, maybe even pass down as an heirloom game. This would be a fantastic heirloom game. Even if it isn't your favorite game, there's just so much love and attention. And The Lord of the Rings is such a big book series and big movie series that people know it. And this is, you know, this will never replace Monopoly in the world of hearts of casual gamers, but this is an heirloom set that is a conversations piece. I think the other box presents a little bit better for that conversation piece, but this is a fantastic, fantastic representation of the game, the painted components. I'm sure if you were an expert painter and did them all, they would look better, but for those of us that this is good enough, and this is pretty darn good to me. I don't want to be down on this. This is pretty darn good in my mind. You should be very, very happy with this set. I highly recommend it. Get it now before it becomes like the first edition, which went up to $2,500 in some places. You know, this is one of those things you wanted to pre-order. There's only 2,000 in existence according to the numbered pieces. So do as you may. I highly recommend this. It's an absolute keeper to me. But this has been an unboxing of the components. I hope you like this. If you'd like to see more, please like this and subscribe to the channel. We'd like to show you some more. Been doing a lot of unboxings and playthroughs and reviews lately, and top 10. So keep that in mind. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.